talking about critical ignoring. So the Wall Street Journal published a piece this week about critical ignoring and why it could be the key to surviving 2026. So the article argues that in 2026, critical ignoring may be the most essential skill you can develop. This isn't just being uninformed, but it's about choosing what not to engage with online so you protect your attention and mental space. So it's basically like, all this AI slop and all this stuff on the internet that's like, what am I? You're like trying to limit your exposure to those things online. Right. That's basically what it is. It's critical ignoring these things. So we live in this world with we're oversaturated with information, constant alerts, social feeds, breaking news, trending controversies, But the natural reaction is to pay attention to everything so that we want to just be informed, right? Like that's something that we want to be doing as a human. But what's crazy is really what we need to do to protect our peace is start critically ignoring the things that do not feed us, like things that make us feel better, right? Like ignoring those things that don't give us joy or don't make us feel, hopeful or informed in a good way, right?
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, aren't we morally obligated to be aware of what's happening? I'm trying to understand what they're saying. Don't bury your head in the sand, but limit the amount of time you spend on this.
Yeah, and also limit the exposure of what are you exposing yourself to? A Reddit thread that's probably not super productive, right? But really trying to limit your inputs and go to places that have high quality journalism or places that are well respected and trusted, and instead of exposing yourself to even I think about social media feeds. I don't want to look at, no offense to supermodels, but I don't need to see their feed because it makes me feel bad. So it's not limiting your exposure to the things that might be triggering for you online is the idea of critical ignoring.
Oh, for sure. And that's that's self-preservation 101. We've just simply got to critically ignore certain things.
Yeah. Well, and it turns out that all of this low quality content, there's so much of it, it actually drains your attention and focus because you're focused on so many different things. You're like, gosh, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overstimulated, and then as a result, you end up feeling more stressed out and you're not able to focus.
It's not filling your cup too.
No,
I was saying this to my husband yesterday. I was like, I feel like the internet has ruined my brain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And by the internet, I mean me. I've ruined my own brain. But I'm just so distracted all the time. I'm playing a dumb game or I'm reading some dumb post on somebody's Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just I used to read books.
Yeah.
I do still read books, to be clear, but it's just your attention is so easily distracted nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy to just let yourself fall into that doom scroll. And that's not filling your cup at all.
No, totally. Well, and they actually in the article pointed out how to do this critical ignoring.
Oh.
They say, don't engage with every notification or outrage headline. Yeah. Ask, does it matter to my goals or well-being before engaging? Also, be selective about what platforms or threads you spend time on. Recognize that not reacting can actually be a more powerful choice than trying to correct or respond to bad info. So maybe seeing someone online saying something that you totally disagree with, by the way, that was probably strategic in the way that they posted, and trying to preserve your own happiness and be I don't need to engage with this. I'm just going to scroll past.
Yeah.
That is kind of critical ignoring.
That's a really good life skill to have too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does take time and energy to think and process like that.
Yeah.
So I especially see how that would be harder for young people because it's hard for me and I'm not that young. So
yeah, no, totally.
Good note.
And if you can do it, you can preserve attention, you can reduce stress from constant alerts and negativity. It will help you focus, like we said. So I don't know, in a world where so much, demands our attention, the real skill might be choosing what not to pay attention to. Practicing this
such a good line.
Critical
in
ignoring.
A world.
Yeah.
That's such a good line, though. No, for
it's
real.
True.
We should put that on our merch.
Well, also, it really brings me to my next point, which is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I feel like the new luxury in this year, 2026, is being able to unplug and being able to disengage from social platforms, being able to disengage from your phone. The more time goes on, I just want to get a flip phone and move to the desert. I just feel that is what luxury is now. I think luxury is being able to have your own agency and have your own thoughts and be able to go to a space and be quiet for a while and be with your with your brain. I feel that's what it is now. Instead of being plugged in all the time and always on a stimulating yourself with a phone, like, or with a computer or whatever in front of
Yeah.
a screen. Like, I think real luxury now is being able to step away from things and really have your own thoughts, right?
Oh,
And
for
feelings.
sure. Honestly, Vogue Business did a story about this earlier this month that we
Mhm.
we cut for time from the pod, but it was talking all about that, how especially in the upper echelons of society, a lot
Yeah.
of people like Ed Sheeran literally doesn't have an iPhone. He has an iPad with iPad time. Like that is the thing that the most affluent people in the world right now are doing.
Yeah.
They are unplugging because I think they kind of have that luxury of being able to.